Welcome to Yabberon. I'm here today with Craig Brogan. Craig, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
Thanks. I've been here for 20 years now. I've been married for 19 of those 20 years. Mm-hmm. 58 now. Got 2 kids to a beautiful Vietnamese lady. Vietnam is my home. Saigon's my home. I don't see myself really going anywhere else, to be honest. Mm-hmm. I love it here. And I'm hoping to develop, in what we will talk about, I'm hoping to develop something here that will actually improve and add value to Vietnam.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you're already doing, what are you involved in? What work are you doing now?
Well, sports, I've got a small company with my wife and I, and we do sports, mostly around tourism, but competitions, tournaments, tours, both coming into the country from expats coming in for travel, yep. Tourism, and also internal as well, and taking guys overseas from here as well. Largely expat driven. Unashamedly, the customer base is mostly foreigners. Yeah. But of course, we welcome Vietnamese, and we're trying to build a bigger Vietnamese base as well. So, golf, cricket, and lawn bowls are the 3 sports that I like to focus on, and lawn bowls being the new one is the one that we're probably the most pursuing at the moment.
And actually, that's kind of the background. That's where the lawn bowls.
That's where we are.
So
yeah,
just happened to be here. It's a good spot. It's a nice, quiet spot. One of the few you can actually find in Saigon.
It is very nice here. Until they start up the karaoke at the wedding over there.
Yeah. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. No
weddings today.
No weddings today.
Hopefully.
What is it in the afternoon? No, it won't
yeah,
be now.
Not today. No, you'd know by now.
So yeah, onto the questions with Yabberon. So first of all, what is something you're really good at? What is something you're talented at, better than other people?
Service business is something I've always been pretty proud of, and that's from early days. I was in bars, restaurants, hotels, and I've always enjoyed looking after people. My favourite job ever was a bar manager in a golf club in Sydney. People just want to have a good time in a bar, and I was the bar manager in their favourite place. So it wasn't hard to look after them. All I had to do was make sure that they had a good time. They came in ready to have a good time, and I just made sure they had a good time. So how you going? Good to see you. Beer ready on the bar when they walk up.
Yeah.
All that stuff is what I really love about making people happy. So what I'm doing now is just an extension of that. It's still around sports, but it's really service.
Yeah.
We're looking after people. We're making sure they have a good time. We're making sure that they get what they want, whether it's the competition or whether it's the fun or whether it's the beers or whether it's the banter, whatever. We'll make sure that it happens.
It's kind of like sales. I remember hearing once that, sales is a type of service, I suppose. It's very related, but
sure.
Or education. It's one of those things that it's kind of like once you can do service in one aspect or one sector, once you're good at that, once you've kind of build up the talent, you're more easily able to adjust to any different industry and just take those skills across. So.
Yeah, well, that's you've got to give a lot of yourself to it, and I don't know that you always get the value back out of that from purely from a money point of view. If you were to add up how much time you put into something, you don't always get that accountable as a full return.
Yeah.
But that's part of the sacrifice for getting it right.
Yep.
Is putting your whole heart and soul into something and making sure that people are number one and making sure that they have a great time is number one. And me having a great time is not really what it's about. I'll have a good time when they have a good time. And at the end of it all, you feel great because it's been a successful event or a successful tour, and everyone then says, "Oh man, that was great, that was terrific." But you've worked really hard before and during, and then you're exhausted at the end of it.
And it's not. You're right. It's not like there's a dollar value to every hour you work.
Yeah,
it's not that kind of.
You just can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be too expensive. You couldn't do it. So you have to give up a fair bit of that thinking as far as dare I say, lawyers, solicitors, etc. that charge for phone calls, per minute.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
But the results, the reward is at the end. when everyone has a great time.
It's funny you said sacrifice, though.
Well, yeah,
That was
you
an
do.
interesting...
You do. You really
interesting
do. I
time,
mean,
yeah.
there's particularly with big events, there's a lot of sleepless nights in the lead up,
Yeah.
and certainly during, and you end up really grinding to get through because you're tired and you're frustrated in some ways because nothing ever goes perfectly. So there's little problems. As long as you keep them to little problems that you can fix,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
But those little things just keep, and they keep you on you have to be really on the ball, and you have to be ready for anything that could happen. All of that's quite draining, and not just on time, but on psychology as well. So when you get to the end, you're quite exhausted.
But I imagine because you've got those little steps and so many probably little challenges that you probably even forget you have at the end of the task. But very rewarding, I'm sure.
Sure. By the end of it, you've forgotten about it. Then you're on the high of it was a success.
Yeah. Everything that happened before doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. As long as they're little problems that you can fix.
Yeah.
Now, we all make mistakes, and mistakes get made for us. But how you manage that is the important part to get to the goal.
So what do you think actually kind of got you to that stage where you said you liked making people happy? The thing that kind of got you into the service industry and made you say...
Good question. I'm not sure.
Do you know where it kind of
I
grew
don't
from?
know.
Genes?
I know I've always loved it. No, not really. I don't think it's that. I've always loved it. I've always enjoyed people,
Yeah.
connecting with people, doing what we're doing now, having a chat, having a beer, having a game, having whatever it might be. I've always enjoyed people's company. I guess maybe I got that from my mum as far as she was being a very sociable person.
Yeah.
And then, very early I got a taste for it, I guess, when I got some jobs I got a job in a restaurant, I got a job in a bar. It just started off as picking up glasses and stuff. And then liked the environment, liked the fun part about hospitality, and I stayed in it.
It's one of those things, though, that, it's... For so many people, they see hospitality and the service industry as something you do when you're young, and that when you don't have many skills, and then you move on and you get a proper job kind of thing. Except there are obviously a lot of people who do stay on and
Sure.
But so many
Some
people don't
turn
see
it into
as
a proper job.
Yeah. But it's funny that I've known a lot of people like that. I mean, I was like that at one stage myself, but that I don't know if we're losing that, but it's definitely changing, that kind of attitude towards service. Yeah.
Well, I think the other thing I liked about it is that you can pretty much get a job anywhere. If you can work in a bar, restaurant, hotel, and you want to travel, you can pick up work.
Yeah.
So you're never really going to be out of a job.
Yeah.
You can always get a job somewhere. My young guy, Reg, who's 18, I got him some work here in a restaurant pretty early. Just even the beginning in it as an intern, just to get the something
Experience.
started.
Yeah, experience.
And now, knowing that he's got something, he can get another job here, a better job, maybe making drinks instead of serving drinks, etc. But then, if he goes to Australia to study, I know he's got a backstop of being able to go to work and make a living because he's got some basic skills that translate to anywhere. It's just simple service.
So what then? That's your strength. That's one thing you're better at than most.
I think so.
Yeah. And it's kind of clear. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. But what is something that you are good at, but you kind of wish you were better at?
Probably the sports side of it. I've always been a little bit more the organizer, not the performer. Yeah. I would sometimes wish that I was the guy playing more, not the guy running it.
Yeah.
Golf's a good example. I'd love to have been better at golf, to be the trophy holder or the whatever. But I was never that good.
Yeah. You were better at the...
Yeah, better at the background stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and I guess you probably, in those kind of situations, because you did spend so much time on the back end of things, you didn't get to spend enough time out front.
Maybe so, yeah. I guess it was an unconscious decision to stick to what I was good at. But I was never the front guy, I was never the top guy, I was never the best guy. But I was always in the team, part of the team. So I guess, maybe maybe it's because also I think that I could have been better at golf.
Yes.
Okay. And therefore it's that one thing that I wish I had have pursued a little bit more, spent a bit more time on. Lawn bowls is a little bit the same, where I am pretty good at it, but I'd really like to be great at it. And that might just take a little bit more time.
Time is actually,
Practice
that's
time.
it, right? Practice and time.
Yeah.
To get good at something, that's what you need.
The good thing is, when I'm here with the guys, very often we need, if we get 7 people, we need 1. That's 8. That's me. I'm in. Mm-hmm. I'm organising and playing. Sometimes we get 9. That's not a good number. We need it to match up. So I'll be the first one to drop out.
Okay.
So I'm always there. Sometimes I'm playing. Sometimes I'm organising. But I'm always around it. So I get to play more often than I don't.
Yeah.
Now. Whereas with golf, if it's a really big event, you can't play. It's too hard. Too much work to do. Got to just concentrate on the job, not on the game.
And it sounds like too is that maybe I'm assuming here, correct me if I'm wrong, but you'd be the kind of guy who wouldn't like to go out and practice by yourself, because it is about the social.
I don't think I've ever been good at doing anything by myself.
No, so maybe that's another thing.
It's the social part that's probably number one.
Yeah,
I wouldn't come down here and practice by myself.
Yeah.
But I love playing as a team and in team games, and all of the guys that come and play, they're all very much team players. They wouldn't play singles. They're not that serious. It's not a 1 against 1 competition. It's 2 against 2, 3 against 3, 4 against 4.
Yeah.
Banter, fun, beers, chat.
The actual game is further down the priority list. It's
pretty
not.
much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, we get a result. Yes, it's a bit competitive at the time.
Yeah.
But nobody really cares about whether you win or lose. They just want to have a good time.
I mean, at the end of the day, when you're on a artificial football pitch in Saigon,
exactly,
it doesn't really matter if you're amazing, as long as you're having fun.
We're not world champions, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, you never will be with that attitude.
No, thank you.
The next question will be, what is the next question? What are you nervous about? What's something you're scared? No, not scared. Something you're maybe a little bit worried about.
Worried or nervous or thinking about.
Coming
Probably
up in the future.
Well, now that I've got my oldest boy, he's 18, and he's about to start, the next stage of his life. So I worry a little bit about what life's going to be like for him. What's the world going to be like? I think you and I can reflect on what we grew up in, and the times we grew up in, and how great those times were. Not that they're better or worse, just it was different.
Yes.
So I worry now a little bit about whether it's going to be like that for him. I look at all the political instability at the moment.
Yeah.
It's hot in the news at the moment, and there's crazy politician stuff going on, running countries. People don't really believe in them, but yet they have to. There's billionaires and more billionaires, and we're creating more billionaires, and yet there's still people starving, people without houses, people without medical insurance. So there seems to be a real big mismatch to me, in current times, where we seem to be getting this massive rich thing, and yet there's still this massive poor thing, and then there's a whole lot of people in the middle that don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
All trying to be better, stronger, bigger, richer, but social media is driving a lot of opinion now. And when you look back on, in our days, you'd read the newspaper, you didn't agree with something, you'd talk to your mates in the pub, and that'd be it. But now you can go online and establish a position for yourself, right or wrong, and broadcast that opinion to millions of people, and then get interaction back, good or bad or indifferent, on something that it's just an opinion. So, I find that the world seems to be kind of getting into this really weird. Everyone's trying to be richer, but nobody really knows what that means. It's not richer as in life or lifestyle. Yeah. It's just richer in having more things.
Total materialism.
Yeah, I've got a bigger car, I've got a better house, I've got a newer iPhone, I've got whatever, right?
Or I'm squirreling away enough so that when the winter comes, as it inevitably will, you've kind of got reserves.
Yeah,
because you can never have enough.
Maybe.
You can never have enough reserves.
So I wonder, and the cashless thing that's sort of started up.
Yeah.
I was in Bangkok last week with my son, and we wanted to go to the movies in a brand new super duper shopping centre thing. There was a movie theatre up the top floor, and we were there at 8:20, and the new Jurassic World movie started at 8:30.
Okay.
And we're like, oh wow, it's perfect. Let's go to the movies. Didn't take cash.
Oh, not
No
at all.
cash. So, and I don't use credit cards. He didn't have a credit card. We didn't have any debit cards that were working that way.
No movie.
We had cash. No movie.
I've heard it's not that good anbe.
Well, maybe
Don't
so.
worry.
Maybe we
You
didn't miss
much.
But this is the first time it's really kind of, oh wow, I can't do something because I don't fall in line with the way.
Yes.
So I worry
there
about.
There was no option.
Well, and
Yeah.
and I worry a little bit about what's it going to be like. Is it going to be like Blade Runner? Is everyone going to be chipped and tagged, and your every movement coming in, coming out, all that sort of stuff?
So I think like similar to me as well is there's that sounds like there's a little bit of a little bit cautious about what's happening now and what's going to happen, because it's complex and there's a lot of uncertainty, but also it's based on what you know from your own experience. You're a little bit worried about it. It's not just that you don't know. Like, a lot of people will write off a lot of concerns about things as, oh, they're just an old timer. They need to get with the times, and it's like, well, actually, they do understand the times, and they've lived in different times, and that concern is not based on something that you don't understand. It's based on actually something you do understand.
Well, we've seen. We talked about this before.
Yeah.
We've seen how.
Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Did that
But
make
sure,
sense?
we've seen how devices have changed our life.
Yeah.
Because we were there when they started. We didn't have that before. We talked about that a little bit before, and I can remember that I was talking about this just on the weekend. The first time I remember my life being different around a device was when I got a mobile phone in my car. In the late 80s, early 90s.
Wow.
Right?
Must have been a nice car back then.
No, it was just a van, a high-ace van.
Oh, right, okay.
But it was there for work.
Yeah, okay.
But I remember just being able to drive and talk to someone on the phone was amazing. And it could be business, but you could be driving along and just it was amazing. And obviously since then it has become incredibly more part of our lives, into the fact that we've got now the video camera, the phone, the diary, the calendar, the everything in our pocket.
Million volume encyclopedia
compared to having all separate.
Yeah.
So that the extension of that, and when we were talking about what I'm worried about, is that now life is just so much more controlled.
Yeah.
On time, everything is recorded. Everything you do is, people know if you're on. People know if you've got the message. They're waiting for your reply. All that stuff. It's not as free as we used to feel.
I called up a bank the other day. My bank back in Australia, but I used an app here to call back to an Australian landline because it's cheaper, obviously, rather than using my local credit. And so this app, first before I made the call, told me I had to approve that they could make the recording of the phone call. And it's like, hang on, why does an app need to record my call? And anyway, I had to make the call, so I said, okay, whatever, of course, I've got to do this. And then I got onto the bank, and then they also said they were making the recording of the call. And so it's confusing, and also it does use electricity. There are these additional things. This data gathering does use electricity. So I know it's not necessarily about the same thing, but it kind of is. Is that it's just an over complication and complexity.
Well, I love it when they say we're going to use this phone call for training purposes.
Yeah.
But I wonder if anybody has actually ever learnt anything from any of those training phone calls.
You'd have to ask someone
someone
in the industry.
I don't reckon they've ever used it for training, unless you happen to be a specific case that needs that.
So you think your son, he will, how does he feel about it actually?
Look, he's pretty complacent, and I guess that's a good thing. And I'm not overly worried about it. I just wonder a little bit about whether it's going to be as easy for him because of the control factor. And the financial part is probably the biggest concern. Is that
Yes.
they can turn it on and off if they've got control of it. And if
Yep.
you can't use cash, they've got control.
Oh, digital currency.
That's probably one of my biggest concerns.
It's scary the amount of control they will have over every aspect of what
and particularly when you look at how it's going to go down the line as far as tax and stuff. They can reach right into your life and rip it apart if they want to, because they've got complete control of it.
But do you think it's inevitable that?
I think it has to be inevitable. I don't see it going backwards. I think it's the way it's going to go.
Do we have to keep marching?
Given a
technically
choice,
we don't. But
given a choice,
it's going to
no.
happen?
But I don't think we'll get the choice.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening that we'll get the choice. I mean, you only got to look at the way banks treat people now.
Yeah.
There's no industry worse on service than banks. And yet, when you think about it, it is a service business.
And they are the richest.
They're the richest company. I mean,
businesses out there,
you've seen how much money Commonwealth Bank and ANZ Bank make, and yet they are the worst people on earth to deal with. That doesn't make any sense to me. So why would they give that up? They're always going to continue to make more money and get more control, because money is what it's all about.
Very rarely do those in power cede power willingly.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
And that's why there's the mismatch that I was talking about before, where this massive capitalism, materialism, wealth thing
It's adding to that.
is adding to that. And yet there's still this massive, in a country like we live in here, for example, where you look at the poverty line, nobody's going to die of starvation here. But that doesn't mean they can buy a house.
Yeah.
So all these people that are just...
It's tough here. I think,
real tough.
We talk about people back home, talk about how tough it is back there. It's like, try being in an under 40 something Vietnamese guy or girl.
And particularly when we talk about hospitality.
Yeah.
It's one of the lowest paid industries here.
Yeah.
How they could ever afford to live on $200, $300, $400 a month, I don't know.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. It's going to be interesting times, that's for sure. It's interesting times now, but in the future it's going to be even more.
Well, the reality is, and I'm a realist from the point of view that I'm 58 now, so by the time it makes a difference to my son's life, I'll probably be dead and gone anyway. But all I can do is try and prepare him for what I think is coming.
That's it.
And make him strong inside, and make him question and
be curious, question, and think critically.
Look at things critically, and don't just toe the line and go with the flow.
Maintain a bit of independence, but also be part of the system. You don't want to be totally disconnected, because
know when to say yes and know when to say no. And I think in the future there's going to be more opportunities to say no, just to protect yourself from being taken advantage of by the world in general. That's what worries me.
So that worries you. So what's something you're excited about? What is something you're...
Lawn bowls in Vietnam is what I'm excited about.
Oh, that's what you're excited about in the future. That's good.
That's what I was saying before, where I want to bring some value to Vietnam.
Yeah.
They don't have this sport yet, and as we talked about, it's a very inclusive sport. You can play it old, young, guys, girls, handicapped, disabled. Everyone can play bowls. So from a community point of view, it's a really great inclusive sport. It's competitive, it's fun, you can still drink and play, and you get 3,000 steps in while you're walking up and down. So
yeah, he's convinced me. I'm coming next week.
It's got everything. The SEA Games is the big thing for Vietnam. The Southeast Asian Games is their version of the Olympics.
They have lawn bowls, do they?
Well, it depends on the country that hosts it.
Wow.
So if the country that hosts the games is a lawn bowls country, then they will include it. And as luck would have it, the next one is 2027, and it's in Malaysia, in KL. And Malaysia's huge for lawn bowls because of their Commonwealth background, right? They've played in the Commonwealth Games and so forth. So that's our target. Our target is to get a Vietnam team into the SEA Games for the next 2027 Games in Malaysia.
2027, good.
So we've got a couple of years to put it together.
It's a good time. It's not too far away.
Find some people, get some... My son, Reg, I talked about before, he's playing. So he's the poster boy.
Yeah.
He's the one that's going to hopefully get people to take notice.
Get him into the promotions. Get his friends from school to come in.
Need his mates to come in. We talked about that though. They're all pretty lazy because they're all online gaming and
I wonder if you could put a screen on the ball somehow. I mean, I could imagine.
We got to get them
Set
out in
of
the
bowls.
sunshine. See, the sunshine is
You're
something
right.
that they're afraid of. They're taught to be afraid
Yeah.
of the sun. Their parents hate it because it makes your skin dark and all that. That really, we know, outdoor is the way to go. You need sunshine, you need fresh air, you need mates, you need all that stuff, and that's something that I like.
Yeah.
I'd like the opportunity to change. Get people out of their lounge rooms, get them off the computers, come down here for a couple of hours, have a game with your mates.
Just a
and
good
have some
excuse
fun.
to be outside. And
Yeah.
when you're in a city like Ho Chi Minh City, you kind of need to make excuses to get outside.
You do.
Because
You do.
it is easier to stay inside. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's noisy. It's dusty outside. So you want to be somewhere
Yeah.
where it's comfortable. But
It's hard to beat the aircon room, sure, but
then spend enough time there, and you're scratching and
well,
clawing at the walls.
value
to
is
get
when
out.
you get there.
Yeah.
The value is when you get there because you see your mates, you have some beers, you have some sunshine, you feel good. It makes
Yeah.
you feel good. But it's the convincing them to get out of the house part that's hard. Once they get there, the reward is obvious.
Well, I'm glad you agreed to meet today because it's gotten me out in the sun for a few hours this afternoon, and
No, it's been great.
This
Thank you
lovely
for the chat.
place.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing. It's good to open people's minds,
yep,
expand on topics that maybe people don't necessarily talk about enough.
yes,
It's good to open
things that
those
matter to
doors.
us, and
Yeah.
maybe someone will interview me one day about these topics. I was just thinking the other day that these few questions, it's like I haven't really asked these of myself, and I'm thinking about some answers to myself as well. But I'm actually going to come in the next week, maybe this weekend, this Saturday afternoon.
Saturday afternoon we play here, 4
check
till
my
6.
schedule.
Saturday 4 till 6, or Monday night 7 till 9 is
Right.
when we play. That's
So-
our two regular slots.
If I don't make it this Saturday, I'll be able to come Monday because
Yeah. Yeah.
sounds like a bit of fun.
Give your brother Pete a shout. He likes it. He'll come down and play with you.
And do you actually? So one thing I'm really keen on is I remember my grandpa. He had this wide brimmed hat. It looked really cool. It
You
looked
can
like
do
a
all that.
Panama hat or something.
Yeah.
It's really like a dorky hat. But back when I was young, it was just like he used to dress up pure whites.
Yeah.
Like
That's the old school. Yeah.
You don't do that?
No, we
Oh,
could,
okay.
but no, we keep it pretty casual. It's barefoot bowls down here. We take our flip flops off, get some mud under your feet.
Yeah.
You know,
That's how you get a feel of the.
and it's
get
just
a feel of the.
when I played serious last week in Bangkok. When I came here, taking off my shoes, having a beer in my hand, and bowling
Yeah.
was the best feeling for that freedom of,
Yeah.
you know.
Sun,
And
breeze.
it's good when you think about it. How often do you really walk around in bare feet? It's
Yep.
not very often.
Oh no, yeah,
Right?
yeah. I agree.
So
yeah.
it's nice to just have that free feeling of
Yep.
bare feet. Apart from going to the beach, I can't think of another time that we ever really walk around without shoes on
Yep.
outside.
Yep. Yep. It's
So
important.
This is
It's
a good
important.
excuse to, you know,
Try it when you're out in the bush next time.
connect with the earth. Yeah,
Yeah.
connect
Yeah.
with the earth.
Sounding like an old hippie.
Even better that you're with your mates, and
Yeah.
the banter is always strong, and that's part of friendship, part of developing those skills of how to talk to people,
Yeah.
how to have fun, how to make fun, not too far, be competitive. So you still want to win, and you still play to win, but you don't want to trash your opponents. So
Yeah.
Find
I mean,
that
that
line.
banter. That is a very Australian thing.
it is, and I think we're very good at it.
Yeah.
We're very, very good at it.
I hope we don't lose that.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
And that's where I think, you know, sports like this, where it's more about the social. It's not so much about winning.
Yeah.
That's what makes this.
I mean,
a great
that's
sport.
it. That's it. Yeah.
Yes, there'll be a winner, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We had a great time.
The banter is the purpose.
Yeah, and the beers, and the mates.
Yeah.
Beers
And then the
too.
bowls.
And
Yeah.
the bowls. So at the end of the day, yes, we're all winners because we got to come out and play with our mates. And that's really why. When we come down here, we play for a couple of hours, and then we usually sit around for a couple of hours after, having a chat about the world, life. And some guys might need that to vent something or
Yeah.
to talk about a problem, and I like it because my wife is Vietnamese, and I can't talk to her the way that I can talk to my mates, my Aussie mates. So you need that separation sometimes to get out of the home.
And it does take time sometimes. It's not just like you can go down and meet someone very briefly and just kind of say what you want to say, sometimes it just takes time to simmer and come to the surface.
That's right.
Oh, you have almost like a eureka moment in a way.
Yeah.
Anyway, Craig,
Thanks.
thanks for your
Mark.
time.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks for being on Yabberon. And
See you at bowls.
Saturday or Monday. See you
Good
then.
on you, mate. Cheers.
Okay. Bye, guys.